Blackheads are one of the most common forms of acne, and preventing them usually has much more to do with patience, consistency, and gentle daily habits than with harsh scrubbing or dramatic quick fixes. A blackhead forms when oil, dead skin cells, and debris collect inside a pore, and the surface of that clogged material is exposed to air, which makes it darken. So, the main goal is to reduce buildup while keeping the skin barrier calm instead of irritated. A gentle routine is usually the most dependable routine. Wash your face with a mild cleanser and lukewarm water in the morning and again at night. And if you sweat heavily after exercise, yard work, or a long, humid day, it makes sense to cleanse afterward in a gentle way, instead of letting sweat, oil, sunscreen, and residue sit on the skin for hours. What usually does not help is washing your face over and over throughout the day, rubbing hard with rough cloths, grinding gritty scrubs into the skin, or treating blackheads as if they were dirt that can simply be polished away with force. Too much friction often leaves the skin red, tight, and irritated, while the clogged pores remain right where they were. It is also important not to squeeze, pinch, scrape, or try to dig out blackheads with fingernails or random tools at home, because that can increase inflammation and may leave marks or scars that last much longer than the original problem. Choose skincare, sunscreen, makeup, and hair products that are labeled non-comedogenic, oil-free, or water-based when possible, because heavier, oily products can worsen congestion. If you use waxes, pomades, or rich leave-in hair products, try to keep them away from the forehead, temples, and sides of the face, because those areas often react badly to residue. Remove makeup completely before bed, change pillowcases and face towels regularly, and try not to spend the whole day pressing your cheek into your hand while reading, scrolling, or watching television. If your skin tolerates active ingredients, salicylic acid can help loosen dead skin and reduce pore buildup, and adapalene can also be useful because it helps prevent pores from clogging over time. But the wise approach is to start slowly, use one main active product at a time, and stay steady rather than trying several strong products in one impatient weekend. A lightweight moisturizer can still help even if your skin is oily, because irritated, dehydrated skin often becomes harder to manage, and sunscreen matters too, especially if you use exfoliating or retinoid-type products. So finding a comfortable, lightweight sunscreen is worth the effort. Prevention is usually quiet and repetitive in the best possible way. Gentle cleansing, sensible products, patience, and resisting the urge to punish your face because progress is slower than your mood. Improvement often takes time, so think of blackhead prevention as maintenance rather than battle. Keep expectations realistic, stay gentle, and remember that calmer skin usually comes from steady habits rather than dramatic effort. If your skin is easily irritated, less is often more. If a product consistently makes your skin feel greasy, sticky, itchy, or more congested, simplify your routine and give your skin time to settle. If you wear makeup often, fully removing it at night is a simple habit that can make a real difference over time. And if acne becomes painful, deep, widespread, or starts leaving scars or dark marks, it is much smarter to get help from a clinician than to keep improvising in frustration. Now that the practical skin part is complete, let us leave the bathroom mirror behind and head to a retirement community in the United States where nobody cared much about clogged pores, but everybody cared intensely about coupons, bundt cake, and whether a man over 78 should ever be trusted to use a smartphone for anything more consequential than weather. The place was called Pine Meadow Estates, a cheerful retirement community outside Raleigh, North Carolina, where the sidewalks were broad, the azaleas behaved like overachieving relatives, and the clubhouse smelled almost permanently of lemon cleaner, coffee, and whatever casserole was currently trying to prove itself. Pine Meadow had chair yoga, canasta, hymn sing, movie matinee, and a bus that took residents into town on Saturdays for errands and whatever modest adventure happened to pass by wearing sensible shoes. The unofficial queen of the place was 75-year-old Lillian Brooks, a retired school office manager with silver hair set neatly every Friday, reading glasses on a blue chain, and the kind of steady voice that could stop bad behavior without ever rising above church volume. Her closest friend was 80-year-old Norman Pike, widower, former owner of a hardware and garden store, wearer of pale plaid shirts and suspenders with tiny golf tees on them, and a man who distrusted all modern convenience unless it came with knobs. Also orbiting their little world were Gloria Jean Matthews, former beauty salon owner and lifelong enemy of dull lipstick; Walter Crisp, retired accountant and defender of all useful lists; Marlene Shaw, former church pianist and reigning authority on pound cake texture; Eddie Boone, who always claimed he didn't like outings and then packed snacks for them; and Eva Torres, the 32-year-old activities director who still believed a printed schedule had a fighting chance against older adults with opinions. One bright Saturday morning, Eva entered the clubhouse, carrying a stack of maps and wearing the expression of a woman who had accidentally clicked on destiny. Lillian looked up from setting out paper cups and said, "That face usually means technology has embarrassed itself." Eva nodded weakly. "Technology has embarrassed me personally." She placed the maps on the table. Across the top, in giant friendly letters, the page read, "Welcome to the Downtown Historic Pub Crawl Experience." There was a silence so clean it could have been rented to monks. Norman leaned forward. "I beg your pardon." Eva pressed one hand to her forehead. "I thought I registered us for the historic pub walk, which I assumed meant a guided tour of old buildings that used to be taverns. Apparently, I registered Pine Meadow Estates as an official participating team in today's pub crawl challenge." Gloria Jean's entire face lit up. A pub crawl. Walter took off his glasses. "Please tell me there is a non-alcoholic interpretation hidden somewhere in the fine print." Eva pointed to the page with one defeated finger. The rules were unmistakable. Teams would visit 5 historic downtown pubs, complete a trivia sheet at each location, collect stamps, and return to the square for judging, prizes, and best team spirit recognition. "We are not doing a pub crawl," Walter said immediately. "We are 80, said Eddie. "Speak for yourself," said Gloria. Eva swallowed. The town page already posted that Pine Meadow Estates is entering as a legacy team with hometown flair. They even used our logo. Norman stared into the middle distance. Legacy team. That's how the internet says old without asking permission. Lillian picked up the page and read it all the way through. The challenge was apparently tied to the Downtown Heritage Festival, which meant the pubs were all historic buildings. The drinks included both alcoholic and non-alcoholic options, and the whole thing was wrapped in local history trivia and live music. "Can we withdraw?" she asked. Eva winced. "We can, but the event host already thanked us publicly for bringing multi-generational energy and said they were thrilled to have seniors showing the young crowd how it's done." That was the end of a graceful exit. No community full of proud older adults was going to back out after being challenged by implication. "Well," Norman said slowly, "we are certainly not letting a crowd of 30-year-olds think we're afraid of buildings with bar stools." "Absolutely not," Gloria said. "And if there is a spirit prize, I assume that means accessorizing." Within half an hour, Pine Meadow had converted ordinary Saturday coffee hour into emergency pub crawl strategy. Walter created a score sheet. Lillian took command because no one else could be trusted to tell the difference between historical focus and recreational wandering. Gloria assumed responsibility for presentation and morale. Norman volunteered to be map captain because he had once delivered paint supplies all over downtown and still believed GPS was a cult. Marlene took snack duty because if the young people are drinking on an empty stomach, that's their business, but we are not losing to low blood sugar. Eddie, who had complained the loudest, packed peppermints, almonds, and 2 granola bars in his pockets. For survival, not enthusiasm. The final team was Lillian, Norman, Gloria, Walter, Marlene, and Eddie. with Ava acting as official escort and damage control specialist. They rode the community shuttle into town at noon, dressed in a curious mix of practicality and accidental flair. Lillian wore a navy blouse and white sneakers that suggested competent rebellion. Norman wore khakis and his good brown loafers. Gloria had somehow produced a coral scarf and sunglasses glamorous enough to imply either confidence or weather litigation. Walter carried a pen behind one ear and a folded map in his shirt pocket, as if points might leak away if left unattended. Marlene brought a tote containing water bottles, tissues, and emergency crackers. Eddie looked like a man headed unwillingly toward a wedding, and was therefore, for some reason, the most believable member of the team. Downtown Raleigh was in full festival bloom. Streets were closed to traffic. Food trucks lined the curb. A brass band was playing near the courthouse. Families strolled with lemonades, dogs in bandanas, and the kind of cheerful confusion that makes festivals feel like organized weather. The 5 designated pubs were all historic buildings converted into modern bars or breweries. An old brick tobacco warehouse, a narrow former inn with wood beams, a restored trainside tavern, a jazz-themed basement bar, and a rooftop place whose original 19th century walls now supported a menu involving truffle fries and emotional lighting. When Pine Meadow reached the registration tent,